Hi everyone, it's Jazz. It's the West Ham Minds channel. It's the 5 takeaways show. 5 takeaway points that I think I want to discuss with you guys. And obviously in this particular show, it's the 3-1 defeat to Manchester United. We are out the FA Cup. We lost in the FA Cup 5th round tie last night. Disappointingly, growing up as a child, FA Cup was probably the most important competition for me. I couldn't wait for the 3rd round draw in January. I used to listen to it on the radio. You could hear the balls, as I used to draw them out the bags on a Monday morning at school. And then, always look out for that, especially Saturday, the build up to the 3rd round, kick off, see the scores going on the BBC, ITV, and they used to call it the video printer. I forgot, it's something like the printer, like before the CFAX and that kind of thing came in the internet. So scores used to flash across the screen if you weren't at the game, and I wasn't often as a child anyway. I'm from West London, I support West Ham, so I didn't really get a chance to go to sort of live games back in those days, sort of living on the other side of London. But FA Cup was everything we lived for. And you dream, don't you? I mean, I've never seen us in the final. Well, 2006 we lost it, to be fair. And my dad saw better days, 75, 80. I haven't seen lots of semi-final defeats. And we're at the cup. I am really, really annoyed, really, really angry. Done a review of the game straight away last night. You can watch that. Obviously going to 60 seconds West Ham news will be out 9 o'clock in the morning Thursday, so you can watch that. But let's get on with it. 5 takeaways. The first thing I want to discuss, David Moyes. 5 takeaways from this game. The first one has got to be David Moyes. As a manager, you've got to take ownership for everything that goes in the club, on the pitch anyway. His press conference after the game, it just gets worse and worse. Absolutely. I don't know if I should be surprised or not. It was a shit show. During the game, I was pulling my hair out anyway due to starting Antonio up front, going 1-0 up and not realising that there's an opportunity here. Let's change it. We can obviously see Antonio up front is doing nothing. It was the worst performance I've seen from a striker, but I'll go into that in a bit more detail later on. And he didn't change anything. Even half time, 1-0 up. The Manchester United manager, I think shortly after the second half, definitely made three substitutions. We were still didn't do anything. So I think Bowen came on, and then they did another one. So they did 4, we did 1. And we're just waiting for Man United to come back into the game, really, due to Antonio missing 1 or 2 gilt-edged chances and virtually being non-existent up front. And Moyes in the press conference, he looked a broken man. You know when someone just lies and lies and lies, he's lying to himself, just waiting for the £6-7 million payout that he's going to get inevitably. There's no way he can last. He's going to go. Either next week, following month, at worst in the summer, he's going to go. The writing's on the wall. And even the 2-3 people in the press conference are asking him, Dave, you're playing Antonio up front. Why are you playing Antonio up front? And you yourself admitted it's a short gap thing. You know that's not his position. Antonio himself has said, I don't want to play up front anymore. I did it to help out. I don't want to do it. Mr. Moyes, he was atrocious. He missed at least 2 gilt-edged chances. What do you want to say about David Moyes? He didn't want to say anything. He ignored the questions, moved on to other parts of the game, and certainly, started blaming our guard, started blaming the defence. Key takeaway is David Moyes, just get out of West Ham, get out of my club. I don't want you as manager anymore. I'm sick of it. I've got a lot of hair, but I'm pulling my hair every game. I've had enough. You're not West Ham DNA. You're not West Ham manager. You're coming to the end, mate. You're so stubborn, you make no in-game management substitutions. You only know one way to play. You only have one formation to play. And even when the players, and thumbs up to you guys, they're half trying half-heartedly. Skamaka's on the bench. You're even playing Danny Ings done brilliantly at the weekend, but you're going to continue to just play one person up front, right? The least you could have done was put Skamaka on as soon as possible, straight after half-time. And just try two up front, and if Antonio's still poor, then pull him off. And well, we had Bo in there anyway, and one or two other things. You just waited. We've lost the game, not 2-1, 3-1, and I know that's not fair reflection on the game. We were kind of very, very, yeah, we were good, more than good. We were quite brave, and yeah, the players are a good bunch. I mean, like I said on another show, any other team, any other period, they would have lost to Everton. Would have lost one or two other crucial games like Forest, and Mr. Moyes would have gone, and I would have had a party at home. I would have been so happy. And I've got to the point, I'm just going for the motion sometimes for you guys, you know. I want him gone, and the day he's gone, again, nothing personal, mate. I'm going to have such a party. It's going to be like a huge cloud's going to lift over my head. I'm going to be so happy. I don't even care if we don't even have another manager if he's gone. Just let the players play, express themselves. They do a better job, you know. So that was the first one, Mr. Moyes. Really, really poor in-game management, and we lost the game. One of the biggest reasons even when we went 1-0 up, you refused to acknowledge Antonio's performance, make any changes. Very, very late substitutions. You got your head stuck up at your backside, mate. Second takeaway, Antonio. I don't want you. The first thing I'll say, I don't want you ever see you playing up front for our club again. This was probably the worst performance of any striker for West Ham I can remember in a long time. Throughout those 90 minutes, and I was watching carefully, you didn't do anything right. You couldn't even pass to our own player. You didn't even keep the ball up. You had that chance after 23 minutes where you had 2 days to decide what you want to do. And you kept running. And when you got so close to the Manchester United goalkeeper, you could have shook his hand and you hit it straight at his hand. And then in the second half, when Benrahma was calling for it, he just ran, and again, just ran straight into the goalkeeper and shot at close range straight at him. Couldn't do anything right. I could not believe you stayed on the pitch till 85 minutes. You had nothing to offer up front. A joke of a character. Joke. You just look a joke, mate. Just get out. Just get out the club. Bare minimum till someone buys you in the summer. I'll use you as a substitute or on the wing. Up front, mate. You're a shambles. Look yourself in the mirror tomorrow morning. Have a look at those 8,000 West Ham fans that went to watch you. And you decide in 85 minutes what the hell you did that was worthwhile watching. Absolutely 0 contribution, mate. Quicker you leave the club, the better. Substitutions. Yeah, David Moyes. You're allowed to make 5 substitutions. You become a bit of a joke, mate. You know, you can become a bit of a joke. People like Conte, other great managers, they have 2-3 tactics. 2-3 tactics, 2-3 formations they change during the game. And you just don't do anything till 70, 80, 90 minutes. You don't do anything. And even like games at Spurs, game at Chelsea, games at Man United, your opposite number in front of you, at a bare minimum before you make your first substitution, they've done a minimum of 3-4. And I thought, if you've got half a brain in you, you might start to think. I know your coaching staff is a shambles anyway. The good ones, Alan Irvine and Stuart Pearce, have gone. And you can tell why your performance has gone down. You relied on them for a lot of things. And they probably left because you didn't listen to them at the end anyway, even though they probably helped propel you into this false sense of security in the first couple of years, where you got this fluky formation, a couple of signings came through that worked for you, Bowen, Souček, Kufal, I don't know who's buying who anyway after time, and after that you stubbornly just didn't change anything. Wouldn't buy anyone in half the windows. It's just, in conclusion, it's just pure stubbornness, pure stupidity, and you're just being stuck up now. You're just being stuck up. You're hanging around for the sake of it. You're hanging around for that payoff you're going to get. You're sticking two fingers at the West Ham fans. Your press conferences are a joke. You're the most pathetic manager West Ham have ever had. It's the most boringest team to ever watch. And the only thing you're still here is because the players are so nice. They've won those two crucial games at Everton and Forest, and you're still here. I don't know why they did that. I just wish they bloody lost those and you were out the door, mate. Substitutions, you don't even know the meaning of them. Fourth takeaway, Benrahma. Again, being honest and hands up, I've hammered you a lot, mate. But I always said that give you to the end of the season a continuous run in the team in your favoured position, and then at the end of the season let's make our mind on you. And I thought you're not quite up for it, but mate, you are slowly you're kind of getting in there. I know last game you weren't quite there or thereabouts, but certainly tonight, and this is the kind of game I want you to do well in and really show your worth. I hate judging players when they're playing in those, bottom 4, bottom 5 games, or Europa games, or League Cup, or FA Cup, or when you're 4-0 up, you score the 5th goal. I don't care about that. I'm interested in seeing players like you when it's 0-0 or we're losing, and you help us get back in the game, or you score the winning goal. And mate, today you did it. You were slick in your passing, in your attitude, and I felt sorry for you and people like Paqueta when you got someone like Antonio up front who's offering nothing. He's making no run for you. He's not making himself available. He's not gambling into space like Danny Ings would do. Instead, he's sitting behind Man United defenders, having a cup of tea and the biscuits. I felt sorry for you because when you play up there, you put your head up. He's not there, right? But despite that, I saw 2-3 times how you control the ball with your skill. I think people hammered the ball at you from 20 yards and you just controlled it straight away. And that finish was very, very good. And so salute to you, Benrahma. Carry on. I know you're a good lad, but keep proving me wrong. Keep proving me wrong. Get confident. I know it's not easy under David Moyes, but in these big games, come on. I think I need to physically build you up a bit. You are a bit the slender side, but come on, keep proving me wrong. So just wanted to bring your name up, because if Jazz is strong enough or whatever to have a go at you week in, week out more often than not, then I am brave enough to say well done, son, and you're probably man of the match, mate. Last one, Areola. Not a very good day for you today, but that again, going back to David Moyes, it's really, really hard. And don't forget, people, Areola was, I believe, Fulham's player of the season when he played. He knows the league. He's more than competent goalkeeper. So competent that France, if West Ham had used him in the right way, he should have been number 1 in the World Cup for France. And he's number 3 because we've just messed about with him. I think he's on at least 100 grand a week. And he just twiddles his fingers. So it's not easy coming in to games hot after 60 minutes when Fabianski is injured, or in cup games, and a huge game tonight. And yeah, you didn't quite have the understanding with your players, including Agard, and you should have come out for 1 or 2 things, so you didn't have a great night. But then this again proves to me why you should have been bedded in much earlier. And some of the comments of Moyes, like, I didn't know Fabianski's going to carry on being half all right, and then I didn't know what was happening with him. I don't know what Paqueta's like. I don't know what he's played. He surprised me as well. Moyes, he F off, mate. So I wanted to mention you today, is I understand why you weren't quite at the races, mate. You should have come in a lot earlier than, March? And now the shit's hit the fan. I mean, you've hardly been warmed up all season. Yeah, you're not used to playing in that defence, It's difficult. And that's why, if you had been bedding a lot earlier, and what I would have done, and it goes back to my videos as proof, I would have put you in as my number 1 from day 1 and told Fabianski, you take it off him now. But that's just me, an amateur. But yeah, I wanted to bring you in because, you didn't have a good game tonight, but understand it's difficult, and I'm going to bloody blame David Moyes again, really. So those were the 5 takeaways I wanted to bring to everyone's attention. Again, I'm very, very disappointed. We're out of another cup competition. Just got the conference, and maybe don't get relegated. That's all we got to look forward to. So Moisey, get outside, get out of my club as soon as you can. Antonio, in a nice way, get out of my club as soon as you can. Substitutions all linked with Moyes. Benrahma, keep proving me wrong. Areola, I don't blame you, son. So listen, Jazz West Ham on his channel. 2 quick fire shows I'm going to do. Obviously, hopefully you enjoy the 60 seconds West Ham in the morning, new format. This again is another new format, 5 takeaways. I'm going to be coming up with 2 more new shows in the coming days that you're going to be excited about. And so just stick with me, keep subscribing, keep watching. We're trying to hit that 2,000 subs as soon as we can, really. So take care. Jazz West Ham, Iron channel. Have a great day.